All right, what are you guys going to do to get hype?
Get hype.
7 high fives.
So I was just about to say
7 high fives.
in a row.
All right, are you ready?
No looks.
Oh, no looks.
Or looks.
No looks.
Okay.
No looks. All right, ready?
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! Yeah! Sign! Hey, brother! And welcome, everyone, to the ultimate Minerva McGonagall quiz.
How's your McGonfidence today?
It is sky high.
Is it?
I mean, it's like marginal, you know. I feel like I know some things about her.
I've heard of her. She's a character that I
She's
love.
a character. She's great.
I
She's
worry.
good stuff.
I worry about the obscure moments. Like it feels like there's going to be like class, like in Chamber of Secrets, Harry and Ron are attempting to turn their squishwagon into a flip flop.
Right, yes. Like, what were they trying to turn into buttons that day? And you're like, oh, no.
I don't
or there's
know.
this is a character who has like an entire like chapter in one of the ebooks dedicated to her with all sorts of background lore, which is very interesting, but also very obscure.
It is very obscure, but I feel like that information was also like entered into the world at the exact same period of time that the Fantastic Beasts movies were coming out, and it's like, hey, she's born circa this time, and then it's like, hey, Fantastic Beasts taking place at this time. Before that, she's not alive yet, based on the information we were just given.
Why are you doing that, Fantastic Beasts?
Why? More like, you know what? Why?
Time turner.
Anyway, let's time on it. Hey, brother! In case you guys are new to the J versus Ben format. Let's try that again.
Run that one back.
Seamus told him that Dean was told by Pavati that
This is how it is going to work. Quizabelle is on the other end of the camera. She's waving, but you can't see her, but we can. She's going to be reading today's standard 10 quiz questions, plus an additional 5 questions from our quiz masters over on Patreon.
Ben and I will have to answer all the questions completely from memory, unless we both agree we have no idea, in which case Quizabelle can give us the multiple choice. If you'd like to play along, there is a link to the quiz in the description down below.
Did you say questions?
No, I didn't say questions.
I think
You're
you
mistaken.
said questions.
No, you're definitely mistaken.
Let's roll the tape.
Very confident about this. All the questions completely from memory.
I don't know. It seems like you're a little bit nervous.
Oh! I am nervous. It's kind of like just my resting demeanor.
Yeah,
you
right.
know,
There you go.
it's like if anybody here, if you were to talk to any of the crew, they're like, "What's it like working with Ben?" I bet they would say, "Nervous."
Minerva's McGonfident would be an interesting character name.
Oh,
like, which one is she today?
Yes, I like it. It's very like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Exactly.
Minerva's McGonfident.
Yeah, well, you weren't very McGonfident about saying that.
But I nailed the Minervas.
I think that says a lot.
Question 1.
Isabel, what are you drawing?
Your request? Your requests, Jay.
I made no such request.
Roll back the slack.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Question 1. What distinct markings does Minerva McGonagall have when she is her animagus form of a cat?
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Easimus Peasimus.
yeah. Okay. Cool.
You went quiet there.
No, I'm good. I was just trying to decide how to phrase it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I said. And
Okay.
yeah, all right, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Spectacles around eyes.
Yeah. Well, I was going to put around the eyes, and then I was like, where else would they be?
Where else would they be? It's like on her side.
Yeah.
Why you got glasses on your side?
So, technically, spectacles is correct, but it has a modifier that I will ask you both to try to decide what the modifier is.
Okay. I wrote something down. We'll see if it's accurate / correct.
I said rectangular.
I said round.
The answer is square. I'll give it to both of you.
Hey!
We did it.
Look at
For
that.
spectacles.
I love that ding sound.
I know, right?
Yeah. It feels a little like a pity ding.
Yeah.
Question 2. What did McGonagall give Harry Potter when he was sent to her office after he shouted at Professor Umbridge?
Oh. Okay.
I feel like that's right. I think I got it. Yeah.
Apparently a book, according to how long Ben's writing.
Yeah, a short novel.
yeah.
There is like a really weird word that's fishing around in my brain that I'm like, I feel like I know a specific phrase that makes me feel comfortable in my answer, but I feel like there's also like another word.
Oh, that makes me feel like I've got it wrong. I don't know.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Ginger newts?
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking of. I put a biscuit from a tartan tin.
This says a biscuit.
A biscuit!
That's what it says.
Man, have a biscuit, Potter. Of which this is.
Yeah, I would give him.
Yeah.
I would give him ginger newts.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I think at another time she specifically does give him ginger newts.
Ginger newts. Okay, all right. So
There we
it's
go.
a
I
little bit of a
didn't think so.
controversial
It
episode.
is. I know. We're off to just a gingery start here.
Yeah, there's gonna be a divide at the year-end competition,
People are
and
gonna
people
be
are gonna be
like,
like, yeah, but it all depends.
Ginger newt!
Like they're gonna it all depends on where you land on the McGonagall episode.
Yeah,
it's like
right.
it's like some people, those first 2 questions, it's like they
Well,
either,
the first one we either both got right or both got wrong.
That's a good point.
You
That's a
know,
good point.
right,
Or you got it more right than me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
anything.
that one you probably got more right than me though. So we're
okay,
still even.
yeah. Okay, yeah, even Stevens.
It's good. It's all good.
It's pronounced McGlepisode.
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 That's a good save. It's a good
Cool.
save.
All right, it is time for question 3, the first Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Rachel Fountain, Bo Bruin, Mary Murphy, Kelsey, and Sarah Makiyama, and voted on by patrons. What is the name of McGonagall's late husband?
Is her late?
I believe I know.
This is like, does she? No, this isn't right.
Oh, wait a second.
Is it right?
There it is.
Because I think there's like 2 dudes, right?
Inside every girl, a secret swan slumbers, longing to burst forth and take flight.
She's a player.
Well, not really though.
I mean,
Not
but
really.
like obviously.
I know. Oh,
I know.
This is gonna be wrong.
It was. Oh, that was the first one, I think. And so is it? This I knew this was gonna be on here. This is like from the ebook.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would go multiple choice.
Okay, yes.
Because
Multiple
I
choice.
think
I feel like I'll know it when I hear it.
I think I'll know it when I hear it, but I think people will have seen what I wrote.
Yeah.
At the very least, so they know that I had that stored in my brain skull. However, if I remember correctly, there is like lost love and then love found, but sort of like out of like long-term respect later in life.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're
Yeah.
exactly right about that. Okay.
Silence!
A. Dougal McGregor. B. Murdoch MacLeod. I think that's how you say that. C. Tierlock McGonagall. Or D. Elphinstone Urquhart.
Every word of what you just said was wrong.
Okay. I'm locked.
Okay.
I'm locked.
Okay.
I believe I'm in better shape than I was a few moments ago. But good question by the patrons.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
D.
I said D.
It is D.
Yes.
Elphinstone.
Urquhart.
Urquhart.
Urquhart is such a funny last name.
It is. What does that start with?
Urquart.
So
Urquhart.
I believe what happened is Dougal McGregor was, I think, a muggle.
A muggle.
A muggle man.
A muggle man.
And for some reason, do they not get married? Do they,
Indeed. That is
like
correct.
break up and she's like a bit heartbroken?
Right, yes.
But then he was like her mentor
At the ministry.
And
Yeah.
he had like liked her for a really long time. And I feel like it wasn't until like the
way later.
1970s that she
Yeah.
finally accepted his proposal. And then he died.
Right. So.
So
Womp
that's
womp.
your McGonagall history lesson for
There
the
you go.
day.
All right, question 4. When discussing Sirius Black with Fudge, Rosmerta, and Hagrid in the Three Broomsticks, what drink does McGonagall order?
This is a fantastic question. We just read the chapter for this in Through the Gryffindor, our podcast, which is going on tour to California this September. We're coming to Seattle, Portland, Berkeley, Sacramento, San Diego, and Los Angeles.
Look at you getting all of them.
All of them.
I think in the correct order as well. Both San Diego and Seattle were sold out primary shows, so we've added what I like to call a manatee show.
A manatee show.
Some people in office keep insisting it's like matinee, but you know, if you want to come to the
early show.
the early show where the manatees are.
Right, because they're there. They show up for the early. It's like an early bird special at the buffet. You know?
The early bird special.
They show up for that one, then they come back later for the second one. That's why because they gotta keep their blubber up.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. Also, if you want to attend one of those manatee shows, they will be unique shows from the evening show. So if you want like a double header, 2 completely distinct shows, you can. Also, in each of the live performances, we do a live Jay versus Ben.
Yeah.
Where we have like you know, like how we have like the year-long competition. We also have that where it's like a tour-long competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's on. It was close last time.
It was, but
narrow victory. That's right. As for always.
That's for always. So okay, the question for this was, what did McGonagall order at?
Yes, at the Three Broomsticks. But I love the implication that Seattle and Portland are in California.
I'm sure they loved that too.
Yeah, I bet so. They're not. They're their own unique states.
It's this. I so know this too. I
love this scene because everybody who orders a beverage is ordering something that is so incredibly specific to them.
Yes, it is.
But I would not know this if we hadn't just read this chapter.
It is not what I have written down, and I just read it, and I'm like, you got it.
I do think I've got it. I think
sure.
I've got it.
Oh, I've got it. Okay.
Oh, no. You know, there's these moments. Like, I mean, there's no way to do it because he waits for me all the time. But, like, also in the moments where I've got it and he doesn't, you know, there's probably a score where I'm slightly improved.
Okay.
You just gotta stop cheering him on, Ben. You're too positive.
I want him to do well, though. You know, I want what's good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Aww,
Ready?
brotherly
3,
love.
2, 1.
A gilly water.
A gilly water.
It is gilly water.
Boy, I had giggle water written down. And I was like, it's not this. And then I was like, gilly water. And I was like, wait, is it gilly weed too, though? Do you get gilly weed from gilly water?
It's like...
Does gilly water let you breathe underwater?
Wouldn't it be interesting if that's how you make gilly water? It's like you take a whole bunch of gilly weed and it's almost like the vinegar in like a pickle jar.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be a weird way to make gilly water.
Right, because it's like if you've eaten a pickle, it's not like you drank pickle juice. So it's not like if you've eaten gilly weed, it's the same way. That was a terrible analogy.
Okay, can we name the other beverages?
Okay.
We have 4 pints for Hagrid
of mulled mead.
And
then we've got Flitwick has like
cherry syrup soda water.
Yeah, which is like a Shirley Temple with an umbrella. With an umbrella.
And then Fudge has rum of some kind.
Is it a rum or
rum?
It's I feel like it's a common candle scent. It's oh goodness gracious. Red currant rum. Nailed it. You had the rum.
Gross.
Red currant. I think we've had a candle that was oak currant.
Yeah. That might have been it.
That's why I was thinking of candles.
Do you currently have it?
Oh, we do currently have an entire collection of candles available on a monthly subscription basis over at wizardandcandles.com. Be sure to check it out. Woo! We have way too many advertisements in this episode.
Yeah, this has been a loaded question.
It is a loaded question.
Then let's move on to question 5. Who did McGonagall send to fetch Snape the night Dumbledore died?
McGonagall. Oh. Okay. Yes.
Is it... Oh, I have 2 answers that are in my head.
I feel like, I can remember the scene. I'm pretty sure I've got it.
Okay. I mean, all you can do is nothing to it but to do it, right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Flitwick.
I said Hermione.
It's Flitwick.
Boom!
Oh, that was the other one in my head, but
Harry sends Hermione to like camp out by Snape's office. So she is just like there, and she like sees Flitwick come, and then Snape, I think, knocks him out, which looks bad in the moment, but is ultimately like for his protection. so that he doesn't like go get hurt upstairs.
I see. Yeah, because I thought Hermione was like, I thought I was helping, and no. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Darn it.
It's okay.
Flitwick.
We
That's
got
okay.
one.
All right, this
It's
time
all right. There's still more questions. We're only on
Cherry soda
question
drinker
6. All right. This is time for our second Quizmaster question of the day. This question was submitted by Jamie and voted on by patrons. What type of cat is McGonagall's animagus? This question is brought to you by Flourish and Blots.
Ooh, that's fun. I
think this is it.
Okay. I also think this is.
Don't overthink it, guys. Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. All right. So 3, 2, 1.
Tabby.
A tabby cat.
It is a tabby.
Boom. But nailed it.
Nailed it indeed.
Would you guys have, if I were to like name some cat patterns, would you have been like tortoiseshell?
Yeah.
I think that probably the first thing I would have said is tabby, just because it's
Okay.
the cat.
Tortoiseshell as a cat pattern has been a popular answer in the New York Times, like daily puzzles.
Oh, interesting.
No,
Oh, it
recent
was
history,
recently.
yes.
Yes, connections.
Yes.
That's a flavor of glasses, not cats.
Yeah, I think of
agree.
glasses as well.
It's also a flavor of tortoises.
All right. What did Amicus Caro do to Professor McGonagall that made Harry reveal himself in the Ravenclaw common room?
Oh.
Sometimes when I'm reading the questions for this, I'm like, have I ever read this series? Have I ever seen these movies? When do these things even happen? And then you guys get the questions right, and I'm like, okay. Cool.
Okay, cool.
I'm just dumb.
I'm like,
this is what's coming to mind.
This is what's coming to mind, yes. And I don't know if it's right, and it's like, what would he do?
It sounds horrible.
I know.
To think, is what you're thinking like really bad? Like really rude?
I mean, it's definitely rude.
Okay. Okay.
Because he would be nice, you know.
Because
the Caros.
He's not a nice lad.
Oof. Okay.
Will you guys do a drawing for this one? Whatever you think it is. You haven't drawn anything yet, and that's making me sad.
A few moments later.
This is a pretty bad drawing. I don't like it.
Jay drank the giggle water over there.
Your drawing seems so much more intense.
Ben gets very serious when the drawings come out. He won't speak while he does it.
How can anybody talk while drawing?
I know.
Okay, I feel really tremendously not sure about this. All right, ready?
Why would you want me to draw this?
I know.
It's just
Wait,
fun.
1, 2, 3.
I said spit on her.
Oh, okay.
That is it. Yes.
It is. Okay, I'm glad we got it. What?
What does it say down
The
below?
lips, Jay. I love the little lips.
The lips are good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just kind of drew, like, this is Caro, this is McGonagall, this is Harry.
He'd be like, not today, Junior.
Not today.
Very good. Very good.
That was my backup. Like, maybe this is my other thought, is that it was slap her. But
Question 8. At least how many people stunned Professor McGonagall when she went to defend Hagrid from being detained by Umbridge?
How many people?
At least how many people stunned Professor McGonagall when she went to defend Hagrid from being detained by Umbridge?
okay.
Is he drawing again?
Yeah, you drawing?
I'm gonna take that as a yes. And now if he turns it around, there's no drawing, I'm gonna be sad.
Don't give in to peer pressure, Ben.
12 seconds later.
Well, that was a big circle he just made.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
5.
5.
It's 4.
What?
Since when?
No, it is not.
They changed the
They
text.
changed it.
That's it.
I'm positive it's
That's
5.
it. This is why you gotta stamp things in
Man.
metal, because anything else can be disturbed by
Right.
ruin.
Right.
You know
That
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
good drawing though, Ben. Good job.
Thank you.
Except for that fifth
I
person.
spent way too much time drawing
Yeah.
that fifth person
I
for
mean-
no reason whatsoever. I mean, it's just like
Ben,
what even
no,
is the
don't
point?
go.
I understand. You know what? I'd leave too if I could, but I have to do the other thing, so.
Howdy everybody, welcome here to the scenic route, or should I say the mirrorverse from the future, where we need to give a gracious thank you to your today's sponsor, Rocket Money. Did you catch that? Your today, since I'm from the future, and that's how the future works. But speaking of the future, good financial decision making can set you up for a great one. And a fantastic way to track your own past and current financial decisions is through Rocket Money. But speaking of the future, good financial decision making can set you up for a great one. And a fantastic way to track your own past and current financial decisions is through Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. And the subscription monitoring comes in clutch. I am so prone to just sign up for a service just thinking $10 isn't so bad, then be charged month in, month out for half a year. And when that happens even just 2 or 3 times, you could be out hundreds of dollars. And trust me, not so fellow past selves, your futures will thank you. I know them. They're cool. Stop wasting money on things that you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/jverseb. That's rocketmoney.com/jverseb. One last time for safety, rocketmoney.com/jverseb. Link in the description down below.
Welcome to the Scenic Table, everybody, where we need to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, MeUndies. Now, first of all, y'all can tell I sprint, right? Oh, no? Hold on. How about meow? Built for speed. Could you even see me? I bet you couldn't. Don't forget to stretch. What's all this for, you might be wondering? Well, it's because Ben and I are training for a straight up silly race this October, but it means running on hard track, which calls for something you may not have known you needed. Innovative underwear technology. And let me tell you, no one does under britches tech better than MeUndies. I mean, we're talking breathable, quick dry, moisture wicking, anti-odor, all while in glorious prints that match your sprinter's aesthetic. Mine is ducks, I don't know if you can tell. But listen here, sunshine, completely regardless of aesthetic, you'll never be disappointed with MeUndies. Personally, I wear them every day because it's like wearing a gosh darn cloud. Sometimes I think costumes really transform my personality. How do you make cloud fabric, you might be wondering? Well, it's thanks to MeUndies' super soft micro-modal fabric, and it is breathable, stretchy, and oh so comfortable, making it ideal for all-day wear or sprinting. But hey, sprinting or not, summer is here and life is sweaty, so be prepared with MeUndies. You can get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/brother. That's MeUndies.com/brother for 20% off plus free shipping at MeUndies. Comfort from the outside in.
Alrighty. How do we do?
I think good.
You say words and stuff?
I said words and stuff and things.
I did the same thing.
Cool.
I went somewhere else to do it though.
Good.
Okay, what's up next?
It is question 9, the third Quizmaster question of the day.
I think I know what this one's gonna be.
Okay, you do?
Do you want to guess before?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're guessing.
Oh, just guessing your answer. You're gonna lock it in?
I thought you were gonna guess the question. All right. Well,
In a
Ben,
way, he is.
that's true.
In a way, I am.
That's
Okay,
true.
I have an answer writ.
Okay. This question was submitted by Hooked Whimsy and voted on by patrons. When McGonagall worked for the Ministry of Magic, what department did she work for?
Darn it. All right, my answer is completely incorrect based on that question. And instead, now I'm unsure what the answer to this question could be.
I just an answer come to mind, so that's what I went with, but I am not, I wouldn't put 1,000 galleons on it, you know?
Not 1,000. How
No.
about 37 galleons, 15 sickles, and 3 knuts?
Probably
and a trick wand?
not even that.
Not even that.
No,
I don't
seems
think.
like a lot of
Did
money.
Jay get that far? Did he get the trick wand?
What? And what, on Galleonaire?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Wow, Ben, way to flex.
Sorry. You went so deep, got into a different video.
Yeah.
What if just for the rest of the time, I just make you guys doubt yourselves the entire time?
That's all you ever do.
No, sometimes I say, you got this. Believe in yourselves. Don't overthink it. But
Yes,
I
I
could
did.
say things like,
I
you
feel
will
like
be
you're
wrong no
making me
matter
doubt
what
you
you
even saying
do.
those
She's
things.
putting on a show
I
for the
know,
camera right
right.
now. Working with Quizabelle is
Remember when Jay gaslit me earlier in the video?
Before I walk in the door every day, I take a moment to just take a big, deep breath and say, you can do this.
You can do this.
Because I know no one else is going to.
That is baloney.
All right, are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
I said magical law enforcement.
I also said Department of Magical Law Enforcement.
It is the Department of Magical Law Enforcement.
Boom! Goodness.
Dude, part of me was like, I think it would have been more whimsical if it was like magical games and sports, because she's so into Quidditch.
She is really into Quidditch. I also thought like maybe something to do with like Transfiguration would be in there, because that's like her speciality.
This is like more the strictness side of her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The tight bun.
Exactly.
So to speak.
You think McGonagall's also into Sniffer Widge or whatever?
Oh, Swivel Hodge.
Swivel Hodge.
No, of course she is.
And why not?
Question 10. From whose classroom did Professor McGonagall retrieve Oliver Wood to tell him Harry would be the new Gryffindor Seeker?
Hopefully this isn't like one of those weird things where it's like different in the movie.
All right.
Like, there must be drawings happening now because there's no way it's taking you all this long to write a professor name.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Wait, it's a professor?
That was the question.
You guys scared me for a second. I was like, no.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
I drew a squirrel with a turban.
So Ben, remember how you were saying that you hoped it's not different in the movie than the book?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's Flitwick.
No.
Actually. I love the lizard though. It's great.
Lame. Well, at least we both missed it. Of course.
No look, high five. Man, that just stinks on rice patties.
Why change it? You
Why
know?
change it?
Why change it?
And they were like,
Because Flitwick can't hold the iguana, it'd be bigger than him.
why would he hold an iguana?
Why does anyone need to be holding an iguana?
Because Pete Malfoy sent it all the way from Florida. Question 11. In what order does Professor McGonagall list the Hogwarts houses when speaking to the first years before the sorting ceremony?
Okay. You got it?
I don't know.
I mean, because I can...
I know. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin.
That's
Gers.
correct.
Yes!
It is Gers.
I was like, I know Slytherin's last.
And Slytherin.
And Slytherin.
It's-
Favoritism much, McGonagall?
well, that was also what was going in my head. It was it like Ravenclaw,
Ravenclaw,
Hufflepuff,
Hufflepuff,
Gryffindor,
Gryffindor.
or Slytherin?
Sort of how it is in the movie.
It is a little bit.
Gryffindor! Hufflepuff,
What?
Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw.
Question 12, the fourth Quizmaster question of the day. This question was submitted by Mary Murphy and voted on by patrons. What student did young Minerva McGonagall befriend as a student at Hogwarts that remained a lifelong friend?
As a student?
Yes, when she was a student at Hogwarts. What student did McGonagall befriend when she was in school? Who remained friends? Besties forever. XOXO.
Gossip Girl.
Perfect. I was hoping you'd do that.
XOXO.
You toss the ball up and just...
Exactly. Home run.
I have an answer. There are reasons why I think it could be incorrect, but it's the answer that I think.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's the best I can do.
Yeah.
It's what
Is
my
it?
brain. Well. That's a good question. That's the weird thing about these quizzes is that it's like, how often are you able to direct your efforts to knowing obscure trivia?
All right. I'll give my
3,
guess.
2, 1.
I said Sprout.
I said Albus Dumbledore.
It is Sprout.
Oh, no way!
Dang!
Yes! Oh, man. I was like, this is total shot in the dark. I was trying to think of who... I personally thought it was going to be a character that's not even in the books. It's just sort of like, yeah, that's McGonagall's off-screen friend. But I was like, who is female character on staff that could be her age.
Man, Sprout. Where does this
Boom.
information come from?
It's gotta still just be from the
Pottermore article?
The Pottermore thing.
You ready to sprout on over to question 13?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Question 13. Who did McGonagall send to collect Ron and Hermione before the second task of the Triwizard Tournament?
Who indeed?
Why are all of these questions, who did McGonagall send to collect insert?
like a mailman.
She loves to send people to collect people.
McGonagall, yeah. Let's see.
You need to hook McGonagall up with Gumpine and just expedite all this.
Okay, I have an answer. It's Professor Sprout.
It better not be.
Can you imagine?
It better not
They're just
be.
sitting in this half lounge and McGonagall's like, I don't want to go get Weasley and Granger. Pomona.
I'm cooking my ginger newts.
Probably had to send somebody to go get Joe.
I know, right? Yeah, probably. She probably had her own duties, right? Like, the burdens of having a school champion. Sprout's like, Cedric's in my house. One that could win, Pomona.
He's not a main
He's
character.
not a main character.
She's gonna feel
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
She's gonna feel real guilty about that towards the end of the book.
Well, yeah.
Think about how symbolic Cedric's death is going to be.
Yeah.
He's so good. It represents the death of purity.
Someone's gonna die in this book, Pomona. It's not gonna be my kid.
I know. I have this answer. I'm gonna put this down here because there's, for some reason, this is bubbling in my brain.
You got a bubbler?
Yeah, I got a bubbler.
You
All
got
right.
a bubbler.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Colin Creevy.
I said I had Colin down below and
Oh.
then Ginny up big.
Above.
It's Fred and George.
It's Fred and George!
It's Fred and George.
As if.
I don't know why you would trust Fred and George to
I know,
go
why
do
would
any
you trust
task.
them with such a task?
It's like, this is very important. I'll find someone else. I'll find someone else.
Just, that makes me think it wasn't even supposed to be Ron and Hermione. They're just like, let's get them.
Yeah, let's go.
That'd be hilarious.
Question 14. How many points did McGonagall take from Gryffindor after Harry and Ron crashed the Ford Anglia into the Whomping Willow?
Soon after.
This feels like a trick question.
No matter what face you're making, Jay, it gives off smile because of your mustache.
Oh, I'm always smiling. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
0.
0.
It's 0.
Boom!
Oh, that was tricky.
Thought you could trick us.
Wow. wow.
I was like, because Harry has all conversation like, term hadn't started yet, so we shouldn't lose any points for Gryffindor, right?
Right, Professor?
Right? Huh?
Wink, wink. We're on the same team.
Same team. She was like, of course not, Potter. That'd be ridiculous.
I'll take it from Cedric Diggory.
All right, question 15, the fifth and final Quizmaster question of the day. This question was submitted by Dumb Genius and voted on by patrons. Who did McGonagall dance with at the Yule Ball?
How on earth is her favorite spell not in this quiz?
Not in this quiz,
You know it? You know it?
Huh? Pomona Sprout.
Slice that. Slice that.
Ding.
Slice that. Who else do we have?
Man's over here slicing and dicing.
Slicing and dice, man.
Jay, did you already write down your answer?
Yeah, write down an answer.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Boy.
Ben, you can do this. Or can you?
Or can you?
There's always the possibility that it can be them. There's going to be someone dumb I'm not thinking of. All right, ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
I said Moody Crouch Jr.
I said Sinistra.
I really read that as Sinatra, and I was like, Ben, you did not just guess Frank Sinatra.
Hey, you never know. Magical voice?
The answer is Ludo Bagman.
I was wondering if it was,
I thought of Ludo, and I just didn't think that she would stoop.
You think she would stoop?
I think she can do better.
Maybe she's like, well, she's a big Quidditch fan.
She's a big Quidditch
She can
fan.
bag better men.
Whoa.
Oh.
Nailed it.
I get it, because bag men.
Yep.
Yeah. And bag is a term that people use sometimes. Darn it. This has not been a good quiz for me.
Well, I think I won.
Yeah, I feel like you did. What was the final tally?
The final tally is Ben with 10 points and Jay with 12.
Woo! Professor Sprout!
That one irritates me. It bothers me.
I got it.
It's like I'm happy for you most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, I've gotten past the stage where like it hurts to lose. You know, it's like you get used to it.
Sure.
You strengthen your bones and prepare for the impact.
Yeah.
But that one's just like, in what way? When?
I know. Like, I gotta look that one up.
Yeah, when do we see that?
I feel like I want to look up how many stunners she got hit with. That was like positive. I was like 5. Done.
If so facto, 5 so
facto.
5 so.
I mean,
sure
to
we're
be
wrong.
fair, Kat said that the text said at least 4.
I know, but I just like my mental brain library says at least 5.
You got some corrupted files in both your brain.
Apparently. Well, you just do the best you can when you can, and then you just deal with the consequences for the rest of your life. Am I right, everybody? Sell 5.
You were looking.
And now we need to give a huge thank you to these quizmasters who support us over on Patreon.
Thank you to Rachel Fountain, Bo Bruin, Mary Murphy, Kelsey, Sari Makiyama, Jamie, Hooked Whimsy, and Dumb Genius.
If you too would like to try to stump us in a future episode of Jay vs. Ben, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers and selecting the Quizmasters tier.
Thanks again to all of our quizmasters over on Patreon.
As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like it if you haven't already, and subscribe so you don't miss any future Jay vs. Ben content from us.
If you want to see our explanation for how it could make sense that McGonagall's in Fantastic Beasts, you can check out this video right here. But otherwise, until next time, bye!